Hi everyone, and welcome to today's vlog. It's the saddest vlog I've probably ever had to do or going to have to do. Unfortunately, yesterday we had a fire. It was very unfortunate, so I'm going to take you round and show you the damage. But currently I'm just sorting out kit. It's all very waterlogged, so luckily we've got some spare barns. Just sorting out my rugs. Everything's been put out to dry today, and it's just a bit of a disaster really, but everything's safe and sound and we'll rise back. So as you can see, these are all the rugs drying and everything. Purple wheelbarrow has survived, a couple of other things have survived. Got some more stuff hanging out to dry there, and then unfortunately this is the damage. Wow, it's just horrendous. So what happened is we had a static caravan that used to live behind here, and unfortunately there was an electrical fault which then set the caravan off, and it burnt down incredibly quickly. I don't think we'll ever know really what caused the electrical fault, but it was in the back. Amazing really, anybody was harmed, so that's it. And then what of course happened is where the static was, it just went straight up the barn. Luckily the cladding sort of did its job, and it is all brick built. But if you can have a look here, you see all the ash and the dirt. But yes, we had a mezzanine built, which I'll show you in a minute, and that stored quite a lot of stuff up there. Luckily we spent a lot of money. Well, when I say we, the owner of the yard spent a lot of money on building the floor and making sure it's fireproof, so that helped. So inside, here are our stables. So all the stables are actually intact and fine, so they've managed to survive pretty well. And then you can see it's the damage on the mezzanine, which is pretty bad. Stairs are still straight. Got a few bits and bobs drying out. I need to move at some point. I've only really just come back from surgery, so I'm not supposed to lift anything, which is quite irritating. There's my saddle tree. As you can see, it survived, which is amazing really, because our tack rooms, which I've never are just under here, so I don't think you can just about see. There's so waterlogged from where the fire engine was. You can see where the floor is held out, and this is what kept our tack safe. Like, it absolutely stinks in here. All my tack and stuff has been moved out. I've got a couple of bags there, like Dotton Horror ones that I've used over the past. All my saddle racks are now empty, and then all my bridles survived, which are on the back wall here. So it is amazing really. As you can see, even the wood's intact, because the fire would have, where this washing machine is, again, washing machines have survived. The fire was all around this back wall, and the floor is completely held out. So, which reminds me, my ice boots are in the freezer, but again, the freezer survived. Must get these taken out. So hopefully at some point it can be rebuilt, but it's just a disgusting mess. We can't start sweeping it yet. Again, the electrical units for clipping. And then here's the feed room, and the back, and the downstairs, and the loo. Again, it's all survived. Amazing really, isn't it? Considering the devastation. I think the worst damage I had was I completely lost my brewer's yeast, which is now filled with sooty water. The rest of the feed is all fine. All my supplements are fine. There you go, my buckets are all fine, and my 5 litres of purple shampoo. Again, the fire would have been against this back wall. Yeah, the really weird random things is we had so this is melted and is now sort of died and needs removing, which is our last minute's water supply. And yet my trusty over the top manger is fine. And then poor old Big Blue is a big casualty. You can see he's melted away, and my water containers are kind of melted away as well. So it's so random, isn't it? The tack rooms and things were fine, yet Big Blue, which lives out here because he stays dry because he mostly transports hay, got absolutely decimated. So it must have been like the heat But yeah, look at the back of the stable. So I don't really know what's going to happen. It's just, at the moment, all the horses are absolutely fine, so they're just living out in the field. We just rug them up extra well at night. We have got enough grass. The only problem we have is if it rains, we're slightly screwed because we're low lying here. But our turnout paddock is absolutely fine. Again, all our back barns, so all our shavings and things are fine. My show jumps are fine. But yeah, and the horses are just out in the field. So, all a complete mess. Not much you can do about it. And it's still early days, so at least we're not heading into November. We've come out the other side and hopefully the weather will be kind to us. But yeah, not great. Right, anyway, I need to go and carry on putting stuff away and folding it up because I'm working out what needs to be sent off to be washed and cleaned properly. Again, luckily our trailers are far enough away because that would have been a big loss. So I think the moral of this story is, before I knew everything had been saved, I was going to be counting the cost, and I was having a slight panic about it because you just accumulate thousands of pounds worth of kit and you don't realise how much you have got until you suddenly go to count it up. This is like probably 30 years worth of accumulated stuff, like even, you know, just replacing this rug, which is old and tatty, is still going to cost me 30 or 40 quid. You know, my saddle cloths that I've got, there you go, you've got one half saddle pad there, that's like 120 quid's worth of half pad. So that's nuts, isn't it? And I've got it on sale, but of course if I want to replace it I'd have to pay the 120. So yes, make sure your insurance is rocketed to the right levels, and I luckily have photos of all my saddles and all my bridles for insurance in case anything ever got nicked. But I hadn't really thought about listing what rugs and kit and boots and things I have had over the years, so I'll definitely be doing that from now on. Anyway, stay safe, and not the most cheery blog into the new year, but hopefully get back onto our feet soon. So just, this is us trying to dry things. This is my pile that's kind of dry. Got some more things here that need sorting out. I need to work through what's mine, what's not. See, we had all our rosettes hanging up in the tack room and sashes, so they're there. Lucky really, but I just need to trying to dry it is a bit of a nightmare this time of year. Like, we've had sunshine today, and I've just found my body protector, which is absolutely soaked again from the fire, so hopefully it's not too, got to do another year and then it's out of date anyway, so hopefully that'll survive. And then weird things to stay dry, like my sheepskin's not too bad. That's my rug boxes, which have survived, so I'll dig those out in a minute, get those moved because I can store things on them. But yeah, not quite sad and depressing when you think about it, but can't. And there's my saddle cloths all drying at the back. They're normally my competition ones, so they're stored in a bag, so I've let those dry today and then they'll get put back now. But yes, we are one big mess.